Hello. So in this video, I'm going to talk to you guys about value-based leadership. So what it is actually, in simple words, taking a few of your most important values and using them as a stepping stone and guideline for everything that you do in life each day. So the long format is that around 10 years ago, I was really struggling with managing my time correctly. So I would say yes to everything. I had a lot of things to do at school. I had a lot of things to do at work and also at home. So it became too much at a time, and I really struggled to find a system to prioritize things correctly. I was always running late, and I was always feeling like you always, if you just don't finish your task, you always feel like you're running behind. So I really was looking for a new way of thinking and new way of meeting life each day. And that's when I stumbled across this value-based leadership style. What really happened was that I was reading some books where some of my values kept coming up, and I decided to just write down 4 or 5 biggest important values for myself in a diary, and based on those values, I would design my day. So let's take an example. One of those values was having patience, having gratitude, being just, forgiving, giving to others, and some of my personal spiritual ones was to have faith in all that you do and take some time out to pray, right? So these were 4 or 5 or maybe 6 values that I had written down each day. So instead of just starting somewhere with like, oh, I have this to do, no, I would sit down and just look at that day and see, okay, so which person, just starting with the just one, so that I have to be a just person to everyone. I have to, so I would look at what kind of deals I have made for that day, who is expecting something from me today. So is there a girl who I'm expecting to meet? Okay, make sure I get ready on time and get to meet her on time. Is there some colleague who's waiting for a project or a report? Okay, so for that day, this is due. So if there is no reason for me to bake a cake that day, I will not be baking a cake that day. Just don't have those activities come up in the middle and just destroy those processes that are most important to you, right? And being just is also sorry about that. Being just is also one of those things that really helped me to focus and say prioritize when saying no to something. So if one of my core values was to give more time to family, then I would be not feeling so guilty about prioritizing to give time to family above maybe meeting a friend I haven't met for a long time. And then on another day, I would prioritize to meet that friend. So I have managed to kind of give everything to everyone, but not at the same time. And also with gratitude, I just made a habit of, thinking about those things that I was grateful for that day, in life in general, with relations, and with your health and your ability to kind of think well of others, to your ability to just sit there and have this amazing healthy life. Okay, so that's the other thing I did that made me really relax and set things in perspective, that okay, I might not have done a dozen things this day, but I have gratitude over the things that I have done, and I'm pleased with doing my very best, right? So these are very important things that I learned over time. It really didn't come as a natural thing that I was born with. I was a really panicky person. I wanted to do everything at once, and of course I never managed to do everything at once, because I'm a human being and we humans can just do as many things at a time. So it really was a awakening time for myself also to kind of prioritize. And later when I became a mother, this has really helped me to prioritize correctly. So if the house isn't like 100% neat, it's okay. It's not a big problem. Before, I could be a person who would who would stress about all the things I had to do get done that day, and if one thing wasn't done, I would just not feel good about myself. And so I really worked on those things, that as long as I'm true to my values and fulfilling the values, each day, trying my best at least, I would be content with doing that. I would be happy with doing my best. And I also realized the limits that I have, right? So these things really set things in perspective. And one of the other values I wrote down was giving to others, right? Forgiving and giving. So in forgiveness, we might use a lot of our gaze, a lot of our time in comparing ourselves to others, in looking at others and maybe holding a grudge against them. If somebody has ever done anything back to you, just let it go. Forgive them for your own peace of mind. Don't hold grudges. It keeps you down. It keeps your energy away from being used positively. It keeps popping up in your head and just messing with your head without any reason. There's no good outcome in holding resentment in your heart. So the other person won't even feel it, but whenever you let go of these things, you yourself will feel the flow of all the other positive things that you gave space to now, once you let the resentment go. So this forgiveness part was very important, to have a perspective on each day. Just sleep with a clean heart, sleep with knowing that you didn't hurt anyone, or you try not never to hurt anyone. And with giving, give without expecting, right? Do something each day to just make another person happy. If this to make a small phone call to your family and friends, it might be doing some charity work. It might be just giving a smile to a stranger outside. You see somebody who looks down, or who's not feeling well. Just give a smile, say hi. Something nice that you can do will affect your energy as well. So these are some of the things that I did, and staying faithful that success is not always seeing the results, but success is doing your best each day. So having faith that somehow, somewhere in life, things will align positively and your efforts will get rewarded was also one of the values that I wrote down. And also taking time out for prayer and meditation is a personal favorite, because it gave me a lot of strength and wisdom. And it's something I still focus on today, but I'm not always able to do all of these things. So this is an ongoing thing that I work with. So if I've not listed something to be grateful for each day, one day I'll try to remember to do that some other day. But I wanted to really share this with you guys, because this has really helped me and shape me into the person that I really wanted to be. I know a lot of young girls in their 20s are not so happy with their bodies and their exterior looks, or where they are in life, and these a lot of times it's just that we haven't managed to manage ourselves yet. And when we go further in life with careers, work, and or family life, it is so important to have a sense of contentment within you, being happy with your own self, being happy with whatever you have done. Just do your best and be happy with doing your best. It doesn't have to always have the best results, but you do your best. Keep a clean heart, give to others, try to be as just as possible, um, so that if anyone's expecting anything from you, try to just deliver that, and keep promises, don't lie. You know, these small things that we hear of since we were small kids, but they have so enormous effect on our lives, right? So value-based leadership is what I would recommend you to do. Write down 4 or 5 values that are most important to you, and try to design your days based on those values. And if you have done that, let me know if you want to share what your values are, and let me know how that's worked for you. I would really like to know. So signing off with this session, I hope it was helpful for you, and have a nice day.